Hey everybody, this is Patty Davis with Crooked Tree Creations. Let's get started. Hi everybody, it's Patty Davis with Crooked Tree Creations, but I'm going to make a carrot wreath and I grabbed this form. You can't even see it, it's so thin, but it's a carrot form. I got it from Dollar Tree. See these little wires here? I'm not going to use those. Okay, I cut out those wires, put in plastic canvas. I even went ahead and went from the 2 inch mark, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, I went every 2 inches. Okay. I did accidentally kind of bend the form as I was taking the wires off. So I just kind of bent it back into shape the best that I could. I took some packing tape and taped it together. It's going to be fine, right? So I decided I'm going to do the Star Trek petal again. Whoever came up with this petal, I want to give a huge shout out to. I don't know who came up with the petal, but I love this petal. It is one of my favorites simply because it doesn't fray. And I think that is so awesome. So let me show you how I make the petals. There's actually different ways you can do the Star Trek petal. I do it a little bit differently than the way a lot of other people have been doing it. Okay, so here's the form. Here is a 10 by 10 piece of poly burlap. Okay, it doesn't matter which way you go. It doesn't. You can cut it. I cut it with a rotary cutter because again, you're not going to have to worry about fraying. So you take one corner down to the other corner, okay? And you make a triangle. Then you make another triangle. Pretty simple, right? Okay. And I think this is why it's called the Star Trek, because it kind of makes a little concave thing right there. I don't know for sure the reason why, but so we have this triangle. And what I am going to do, I'm going to keep my fingers on here and kind of gather it from either end, okay? And kind of just form a petal right here. Then I will take a zip tie and put it together. Now, before I make it too tight, I want to make sure it's even because there are some times where one side might be pulled down a little bit more than the other. So you kind of want to make it even. And this is a nice kind of a fatter petal. The way most other people do it, they kind of make it very skinny and it just comes like that, which is fantastic. But like I said, there are so many different ways that you can form this petal. And again, there's no fraying. Because look at this, there are no cut sides. But you do have to use scissors to cut the end off, okay? And what I like to do, I just like to cut one side and then the other. That's just basically how you make the petal. And I have a bunch already made. And I really don't know how many I'm going to need until I actually start doing this. You can see this plastic canvas. Normally, I would kind of do it so the lines of the plastic canvas would be straight with this. I did not do that this time. So that's one of the main reasons I actually drew lines where I like every 2 inches where I thought it should be. This looks really cute, right? I mean, it's not flying out too much or anything like that on the sides. It's got a really nice form. I like this. Okay, found this greenery here at Joann Fabrics. Now, I know it's entirely too long. We don't want to use all of it, but I figure one stem we can cut that in half and kind of have that hanging, right? Shoot, we probably can cut it in thirds. I'm going to cut that in thirds. And then I got this at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure what this is called, but it's very fern-like also. And I thought kind of have that sticking up. I'm cutting these off. Okay. Now, I do kind of want to have these hanging down. This one is the biggest one, so that's going to go in the middle. Then I'll have these on either side. Or should I have them sticking up and over? I think that'll be cuter. Okay. Again, this is where my brain works. Trying to figure out what would look good, what wouldn't. So if I do something like this, along with one of these, kind of going up and over. Cute, right? I think that'll work. So I'm going to do a mixture of zip ties and hot glue. So I'm going to do a bow right here in the middle. And tie that off in the back. Kind of get this bow up through there. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty cute. So what do you think? Pretty cute, huh? This is adorable, right? Hi, it's 3 days later, and I realized I didn't mention how many petals I used in this. So I'm going to show you the back. And we have on the very first bottom row, I have just one. Then I went to 2, 3, 4, and 5. Went back to 4, then 5, and 4 at the top. The ones at the top, the ones on the sides are a little bit more angled. And then I put a zip tie here for hanging. So that is 28 petals all together. And I think we got a winner. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.